Record to the cloud. Awesome. All right, everybody, welcome to today's edition of Holidays Made Simple. And I am your host, Kathy Peterson, and I have the great Joy Kalhanas as my co-host. She will be moderating the chat, see if there's any questions, and we'll make sure all of your questions are answered. She will also be letting people in during this little training, and also muting you if you forget to mute yourself when you come in. So I am super excited to be here today to show you a little bit of what I do, and I love the different kind of holidays. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and the whole You Got Booed idea just makes me happy. So I'm super happy to be able to kind of show you what I do with it. So now I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully this, if I can find my, hold on one second. Got to get my send out cards up, and there we go. So share my screen. All right, can you all see my screen now? I know everyone's muted, so thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started here in the catalog. I have a surprise that I'm planning on sending out to my BNI members. So the first card I want to make is a You Got Booed card from the catalog. So I'm going to go here into the search bar and put in the word boo, so I can get all of those funny boo cards that come up. And you can see we have quite a few of different ones that are in here. And since boo is, sometimes in different categories too, you might get a couple extra cards in your search, but I really like this haunted house one. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to hit customize. We're going to keep it a 2-panel. I'm going to go ahead into the editor. And then, so because this is a catalog card, I can't really change anything on the front, but can I do stuff on the inside? And that's what I love. So I am a big Canva user. I use Canva to design a lot of my cards, to add words on pictures and colors and all of that stuff. So I did create a couple of images in Canva for this card. I'm going to click on the little layout button and pick the full page image here. And I'm going to actually do that on both sides because I created a panel for both of the insides of my card. So here, I'm actually going to add this QR code. So I want people to be able to share the boo, right? So I want them to be able to scan this QR code and be able to send a free card. So if you don't know about QR codes, you can get to the person who invited you on this. They're free QR code creators all over the place. And all you have to do is put in the URL of where you want to direct the person, and it creates the QR code for you. So I have that here. And on this side, I have this cute little poem about being booed. So we're going to keep that there. So they kind of get to know what this whole thing is about, and hopefully pay it forward to somebody else as they go through their day. So then on the back, this is my default back panel. I love this back panel. It's my favorite one that I've ever created. That's my daughter, if you don't know. And being grateful for everything we have in life, and being able to say how grateful you are to other people is what it's all about, I think. So I'm going to keep this as my back. And you can see there's this little border around it. I love having that border because what I do is I go to the background and I put in the color from the card so I can make it very cohesive. And because this is a catalog card, I have these little circles down here where I can pick that same kind of rusty orange color from the front of the card. And I actually use that on the inside too. So it's all going to be cohesive and nicely, color themed. So we create the order. And I can go through and scroll through it and make sure it looks all okay. And then I come down here and I'm going to add my recipients. So I do have a group of my BNI folk, and we're going to go ahead and view my groups. My BNI chapter is called Aim High. I'm going to click there and click done. The nice thing about having groups is that you don't have to go through and tag every person, because it just automatically populates them all right in there. So I'm going to, oh, before I hit ready to send, I'm going to send them a gift, because one of the things I love about You've Got Booed is a surprise, right? So I'm going to surprise them all, not with a brownie or a cookie this time, but something I'm hoping will really surprise them. This little flying butterfly. So the cool thing about the butterfly is it's wound up before it gets put into the card. So when they open the card, it flutters out. Now, I wouldn't recommend sending this to someone with a heart condition or something like that, but it's really fun for most people. So I'm going to go ahead and add that, hit ready to send, and that whole to that card, that butterfly, and is going to be sent out to my whole BNI chapter on Monday. So that's just cool. I love the little pat on the back at the end. You just made the world a better place. Awesome. All right. So that's card number one. Now I have, you know, kids in my family that I love to love on, right? And I want to send them a really kind of cool You Got Booed card. So I'm going to do a build your own this time. And I'm going to do a vertical because I'm going to do something really kind of fun on the inside. So here we're going. We're going to do a vertical, a 2-panel. And again, I use Canva to create a fun Halloween boo. So purple is my favorite color. So I just loved creating this. And then on the inside, instead of doing each panel, I'm going to do a background image that spans across. So when they open it up, it'll be the whole inside. So the way you do that is you go to background and you do add background image. And I created this word search. And again, you can ask the people that invited you to this webinar. There's a lot of free word searches out there that you just put your the words you want. You can even do a search for Halloween word searches and they come up on Google. So there's lots of ways to get that. But I'm spanning this across the whole inside. So when they open it up, it's just that fun word search for them. And then again, on the back, here's my back. I don't want to use that same orange color from before, besides it's not even on this card. And because this is a build your own card, I don't have that. I don't have those options down here. But what I can do is almost every browser has an eyedropper tool, and where you can pick the color from your web page. So I can just scroll around here until I get the color purple I really like. And then I go up here to get that color code. And this is also good for people who have their own branding colors, because you can just put in that color code here and then it populates on your card. So now I'm going to hit checkout. Now this one, I am going to, so this is what always happens to me. I get so excited about creating a card that I forget to make it into a campaign. But Send Out Cards is good about that, because they know there are people like me, and I can save it as a campaign now, because I'm always afraid I'm going to forget that one person, you know, that in this initial sending. And so if I create a campaign, it's really, really easy to be able to plop them into this campaign. So I'm going to call this Boo 2022 Gifts. Submit. So now it's a campaign. And I am going to add a gift to this. This is going to go out to a lot of the kids in my family. Oh, I do want to show you these cool new gifts. Look at this stuff. We have something for everybody. If you haven't already looked at this Feeling Grateful book, I highly recommend it. I just received it. I think I'm going to do a post about it because it just made me so happy. It's a great book. We have really something for everybody. These new gifts are awesome. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, here are our seasonal gifts. So of course, I'm going to be sending a Halloween gift to these kids in my family. I think I love this box with the Rice Krispie treat and the candy corn, but I think for this group, I'm going to do the monster cookies. So I'm going to add that gift. And then I'm going to, oh, and I can see, I can look through the card again here and make sure it looks all okay. And scroll down here to the bottom. And again, I made a group of those folks. I think I have 10 of them that we're going to send out right now. And it asks, because I span that picture across the inside, it's going to ask you that you confirm, because it thinks those are blank because you didn't type an ion on them, but it is there. So you just say confirm and it'll be fine. And then I go ahead and send. So that's my second card. And then the last one I'm going to do is actually that same card, but I'm not going to add a gift. So I'm going to recreate it. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go to my campaigns. So here's that campaign, and it doesn't include the gift here because I saved it as a campaign before I added the gift. So that's perfect actually, because this card I want to just send as a card, not with a gift. So I'm going to say open campaign and send order. And then I select that card and I create the order. And so these are my adult family, you know, that I still want to send a fun card to, but I don't want to send monster cookies. So here again is the card. It's already created. I come down and I add my group, my Boo group card only. So those 35 folks will just get the card. Again, it's asking me to confirm that panel. And because of the plan I'm on, those cards are free. I'm only paying for the postage because these are system cards. They're not heartfelt cards. So I hit send. And what was that? That was like 35 and the 10 gifts, 45 and another. So 60 cards in 12 minutes. That's pretty cool. So that was what I wanted to show you today. I want to keep to our time. So I want to ask if there's any questions or anything else you might want to see.
Hi, sorry, it's so weird not seeing me. I cannot figure out Jeff's computer, but this is awesome. Is there a way for me to connect with you?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Let's talk. Let's connect after. Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you. And again, my Brittany. So just yeah.
Yep. I actually just sent you guys a card recently.
I believe it. Yeah.
So actually, if there's no other questions, I want to show you one of the really neat things about send out cards is being able to look at your card history. And I love being able to get into my card history and kind of look and see what I've been sending and who I've been sending it to and what was the last card I sent and things like that. So these are my birthday cards that are going out. They're a system card that I create one birthday card, you know, pretty much for the year, except for special, like very, very close people. And then I schedule those out. But then if you, you know, there's always some fun, unique ones that are popped in here every once in a while. I send a lot of system cards, so you usually have to go several pages to see all my heartfelt cards, but they're there, I promise. I do send a lot of heartfelt cards too.
Kathy, I love the half birthday. That's a great idea.
It's super fun. I've gotten a lot of responses for the half birthdays, for sure. And all you have to do is, you know, whenever their birthday is, schedule it for 6 months from now. Like if they're having a birthday now, you send them a birthday card and schedule a half birthdays in 6 months.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy. I just got mine this past week, so.
Aw. So love, you know, revisiting all the cards I've sent, and here's some. So I guess I could do that too. Show you my custom cards, because you'll see. So being able to pull something off of Facebook and throw it on a card is what makes Send Out Cards heartfelt packages so powerful and magical. No one prints their photos anymore. So when you're able to grab that photo of, you know, this grandbaby or their puppies or their new car, whatever, that remains up on their, you know, refrigerator. You own the real estate on their refrigerator, and in such a positive way, not in a salesy marketing way, because you're building a relationship that is meaningful. And yeah.
Yeah, just last night, Kathy, and doing exactly what you're doing here, I had a friend reach out to me, and you could tell she was like in tears as she was typing, and had gotten a card about her and her little niece, and the story behind it, I find out she was down at Puerto Rico visiting her niece, which happened to be the same name as mine, Joy. What are the chances?
Wow.
And they got caught in a hurricane down there.
Wow.
And, you know, everybody's okay now, but she said when she got home and she opened up the mail and had that card, it just brought tears to her eyes, tears of gratitude. And, you know, that they got through everything, and that picture was captured.
Exactly. And now, I mean, we're coming off of virtual a bit more now, but those of you, like my BNI chapter is still virtual. I love this. I call it my keynote kindness card. Because when you're doing your keynote online, you can't see what people write in the chat, and they write such nice things. And so I always capture the chat and throw it on a card and send it out to the person who gave the keynote, because otherwise they don't see those comments. But that's just another
Great
idea.
idea.
But so that was it. That's all I wanted to show you today. I want to make sure that you know that Joy actually is hosting our next Holidays Made Simple, which is next Thursday. I'm in California, so it's 11 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Eastern, right?
Yep, that's correct.
And do you have the link? I actually have the link. I can post it in the chat.
Yeah, if you want to post it in the chat, and just a reminder for everybody, the 3 dots at the bottom on the chat there, if you want to save the chat, click on that and you can save the chat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And all of these are recorded, so you can go back and watch them. Let me stop sharing. And yeah, get back to the person who invited you, or any one of the people running the Holidays Made Simple. If you need, you know, to ask a question or something like that, we're here to help. And if you want to see anything specific going forward, we have several more weeks of these you know, sessions. So throw us out a message if there's something that you really are curious about or want to see.
Awesome.
Any other questions before we go? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.